Good evening. Coming up tonight,
we'll tell you who will be headlining 2025's Cockstock.
And see how Gamecock football secured an AP ranking.
Also ahead, we've got an update about the escaped monkeys in Beaufort.
But first, weather reporter Nicole Smith is in the studio with us. Nicole, what weather can we expect this week?
Yeah, I'm seeing rain in the forecast coming up and temperatures are taking a drop. I'll have the weather forecast for this week and more for you tonight on SGTV Student News at 7.
Live from the Kennedy Greenhouse Studio.
This is Student News at 7.
Good evening, Carolina. I'm Popielarczyk.
And I'm Madelyn Cooper. Thanks for joining us tonight.
43 monkeys escaped from a Beaufort research facility on Wednesday. The Alphagenesis Primate Research Center breeds monkeys for research testing. They escaped when one of the doors in their enclosure was left open by a newer employee. Only 7 of the primates within that enclosure did not leave. The CEO of Alphagenesis, Greg Westergaard, told ABC News that they will continue to search as long as it takes. So far, 25 monkeys have been recovered. This, however, is not the first time Alphagenesis has had a problem with their apes. 19 monkeys escaped 8 years ago, but were found and brought back to the facility just 6 hours later. The facility has also seen its fair share of violations from the U.S. Department of Agriculture in the past, racking up 8 in 2022. Some of these issues consist of veterinary violations and housing facility violations. During the last round of USDA sweeps, Alphagenesis stayed clean with 0 issues reported. Madelyn, this is kind of a banana story. I know so many people were shocked to hear that so many monkeys just completely escaped and they were nowhere to be seen. I have a feeling they probably won't make their way to Columbia, but hopefully they find them soon because I know they probably have research that needs to be done.
Hopefully so. I mean, this is definitely not something I was expecting to wake up to and see on the headlines of every news channel, but I hope they get returned back to where they belong. Mm-hmm. And I also saw that they're warning to lock your doors, keep your windows shut. Like you said, they probably won't come to Columbia, but just in case.
Exactly. I know they've made some pretty good progress already. Yesterday they only had 1 and now up to 25, so hopefully that keeps going. The University of South Carolina has been recognized as one of the best colleges for military service members and veterans in the Southeast. The school also ranked 7 nationally due to their Student Veteran Association, as well as their networking opportunities. USC has picked up this title for the 4th year in a row, showing how impactful the addition of the Military Center for Excellence has been since 2021. With today being Veterans Day, Columbia honored those who served our country with a parade. This morning was the 46th annual Veterans Day Parade. From 10:45 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., the parade traveled from the intersection of Sumter Street and Laurel Street all the way to Pendleton right by the State House. Major General Van McCarty Grand Marshaled the event as he currently serves as the 29th Adjutant General in South Carolina.
Richland County deputies are investigating multiple reports of possible drugging incidents at TLC Sports Bar and Grill on South Stadium Road. The incidents happened between September and November. Authorities are reviewing video and testing evidence to uncover details. On October 31st, a woman reported to deputies that her friend may have been roofied at a bar. The victim was taken to a local hospital just hours later. Another woman reported similar concerns after her friend experienced possible drugging symptoms at the same location. Authorities say these incidents resemble a previous case from September 13th. Deputies have issued a public safety warning and are continuing to investigate. Coming up after the break, SGTV weather reporter Nicole Smith has this week's forecast. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.
Welcome back, Carolina. I'm Nicole Smith. Here's your look at tonight's forecast. Right now, we're sitting at 54 degrees. Nice, cool outside, not too hot, not too cold. Definitely would maybe stay inside with that humidity at 90%. Your hair is gonna look a little crazy if you decide to head outside. Now, it's gonna be about 90% again on game day, which is a-okay because we're gonna be cheering on the Gamecocks, so it is a-okay to be feeling like that, but it's gonna be nice and sunny. No chances for rain is looking like that on Saturday. We're gonna have a great game day, even in that morning if you decide to get up and start start game day a little earlier. We're seeing temperatures at 44 degrees and heading into the 50s. The afternoon goes on, so it's going to be a great game day. Now, the only time we're seeing rain this week is going to be Thursday. We're going to see a 60% chance of rain coming through that area. Nothing too crazy. Wednesday, we're going to have sunny conditions all throughout the day, and as we go into the afternoon, those rain is going to start kicking in. We're going to start seeing some showers coming in here through Columbia, but for the most part, the rest of the week, we're going to see some nice and sunny days, some clouds here and those. Now, on Thursday, we're going to see the temperature drop into those mid 50s, feeling a little cooler, but the rest of the week, we're going to be staying in those lower 60s to those lower 70s, so feeling nice like fall. And then as we head into the afternoon, we're going to be sticking into those mid 40s all throughout the week. So maybe if you head outside anytime this week, grab a little sweater, blanket, anything like that. We're going to have some great conditions for this week upcoming, minus Thursday, but the rest is going to be looking nice and great. That's all I have for you tonight. Coming up after the break, SGTV sports reporter Dakota Morris and Karenna Porter are going to have the latest in Gamecock sports. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dakota Morris.
And I'm Karenna Porter, here to give you the latest in sports.
Gamecock football became bowl eligible this past weekend after defeating the Vanderbilt Commodores 28-7. The Gamecocks have won 3 road games in a row for the first time since 2011. This is also the 16th time in a row the Gamecocks have taken down Vanderbilt. The win also helped them break into the AP Top 25 rankings for the first time this season, kicking out Vanderbilt from the number 24 spot and finding themselves at number 23. Raheem "Rocket" Sanders is largely to thank for the Gamecocks' impressive performance, running 126 of the Gamecocks' total 214 rushing yards and scoring 3 of their 4 touchdowns. The game was scoreless until the start of the second quarter when Lenoris Sellers was able to find Joshua Simon in the end zone for a 17-yard touchdown pass. Both teams traded punts until the third quarter when Rocket Sanders took over the game. Sanders was able to break free and take a 33-yard trip downfield to the Vanderbilt end zone. Soon after, the Commodores were finally able to put some numbers up on the board, with a 17-yard rushing touchdown from quarterback Diego Pavia. Rocket Sanders scored his second touchdown of the game soon after with a quick 1-yard run. Sanders and the Gamecocks finally shut the door on Vanderbilt in the fourth quarter with a 43-yard touchdown pass from Sellers to Sanders. The Gamecocks will go into Week 12 with a 6-3 overall record and a 4-3 conference record as they return to Williams-Brice Stadium this Saturday to take on number 24, Missouri. Number 1 ranked South Carolina basketball earned their 40th straight win yesterday at the Ally Tip-Off in Charlotte. They took down number 9 North Carolina State 71-57 thanks to top scorer Tatina Paopao. Paopao scored a career-high 23 points and set the Gamecocks up for the win in the third quarter with a step-back three-pointer and a jumper to put them up by 12. After that, the Gamecock lead was never seriously threatened again. Malaysia Fulwiley also made a huge contributions to the Gamecock win, scoring a total of 18 points off the bench. Raven Johnson led the team in rebounds with 9 on the night, closely followed by Sienna Fagan with 8. Gamecock forward Ashlyn Watkins made her season debut against NC State after more than 2 months away from the team. Authorities arrested Watkins on August 31st and charged her with first-degree assault and battery and kidnapping. The officials dismissed Watkins' charges on November 1st, and the team reinstated her shortly after. The Gamecocks will return home to Colonial Life Arena this Thursday to take on Coppin State at 7 p.m. So glad to see Ashlyn Watkins out there on the floor. She did great, but we were missing another key player for the Gamecocks, Chloe Kitts, who right now is out on academic policy issues, but Dawn Staley says she'll be back for this game, so something to look forward to.
Definitely something for Gamecock fans to look forward to. Rough that they've been missing a couple key components, but glad to know that they're going to be back. Everybody will be good.
Yep, and they seem to be doing just fine. Look, NC State is ranked number 9 right now, but they made it all the way to the Final Four last year, so they obviously are tough competition, so it's good to see that the Gamecocks can still put up those numbers.
Absolutely. Jacoby Wright and Colin Murray Boyles led the Gamecock men's basketball team to a victory over SC State on Friday. SGTV's Courtney Hallman has the story.
I'm here at Colonial Life Arena where the South Carolina men's basketball team just took the court with something to prove after Monday's loss against North Florida. Determined to turn things around, the team came out strong and claimed their first win against South Carolina State. Let's dive into the action and check out how it all unfolded. Ready to put Monday's loss behind them, the Gamecocks were back under the lights of Colonial Life Arena, and they had a few early mistakes and turnovers that slowed them down for a bit, but once they found their rhythm, it didn't take long for them to take control. They jumped out to a quick 7-0 lead and never looked back, setting the pace for the rest of the game. From there, the Gamecocks really spread the ball around, with 7 players getting in on the action in the first half. Morris Ugasuk got things going with a couple of big threes, and Jacoby Wright followed that up with a few of his own from deep. Freshman Cam Scott brought the crowd to their feet with a dunk assisted by Zach Davis, and then senior guard Jamari Thomas threw down a dunk of his own with Scott setting him up for that. It was a well-rounded effort all around, and all of that momentum led to a big 9-0 run, giving South Carolina a comfortable 41-25 lead at halftime. Coming out of the half, South Carolina State fought hard, chipping away at the lead a few times, but the Gamecocks closed out strong to secure the win. A big part of that late push came from standout performances, especially from Colin Murray-Boyles, who finished with a career high of 19 points and 16 rebounds for his first double-double of the season. Jacoby Wright also had an impressive night, scoring a career high of 20 points, possibly fueled by a little birthday motivation that kept him aggressive on the court. In the end, the Gamecocks took the win with a final score of 86-64. Tonight's win for the Gamecocks gives them a solid start to build on, and they'll look to carry that momentum forward as they come back to Colonial Life Arena on Tuesday to face Townsend, with tip-off at 7 p.m. For SGTV, I'm Courtney Holman.
Thanks, Courtney. The Gamecock women's soccer team fell to Texas in the SEC tournament yesterday. After a scoreless first half, Texas broke through in the 79th minute. Carly Montgomery netted the game's only goal off an assist from Lexi Misimo. South Carolina pressed hard to equalize with late attempts by Karina Zullo and Catherine Berry, but Texas held strong to secure a 1-0 victory. The Gamecocks will host the ECU Pirates in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Now, SGTV Entertainment reporters Raquel Negrón and Sarah Muñoz are in the studio. What's going on this week, guys?
Thanks, Karenna. I'm Sarah Muñoz.
And I'm Raquel Negrón. Gamecock Entertainment is back and ready, announcing this school year's cockstock for 2025 happening on January 29th. The headliner was announced to be Quavo. Quavo is an American rapper from Athens, Georgia, and most popularly known for his role in Muñoz, the famous rap group. Tickets for students are only $5 when purchasing through their student account, and non-students can still buy tickets but have to go through colonialliferarena.com. You can also find more information about the event on Instagram at Gamecock Entertainment. And starting this Friday, November 15th, the Riverbank Zoo will be transitioning into a Christmas wonderland. Lasting until December 23rd, wild lights at the zoo will be up for people of all ages to walk through and enjoy. Almost 60 handcrafted lanterns will be placed all around the park, inspired by nature like plants, animals, and more. There will also be interactive activities at certain spots throughout the walk, photo ops, and special visits from Santa himself. You can buy tickets now and learn more information on their website, riverbanks.org.
Firefly's holiday lights return to Segra Park this season with more lights, activities, and the return of the Fireflies Express, presented by Thermal Technologies. The holiday lights display will open this Friday and run through Saturday, January 4th. After opening weekend, the lights will be closed November 18th through the 21st on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Day. Regular hours will be 6 to 9 p.m. with last entry at 8:45 p.m. Hours differ on December 31st. The lights will operate from 5 to 8 p.m. to celebrate New Year's Eve. Ticket pricing, promotions, and more information will be released closer to the holiday season. Coming next year, the Richland County Library is hosting a brand new event. The Read Freely Fest is a book festival that will celebrate stories in all forms, with a variety of events for book lovers of all ages. The festival will feature book signings, live entertainment, and a marketplace to buy literary treasures. The theme, Where Stories Find Good Company, emphasizes creativity, exploration, and the power of storytelling. More details, including the lineup of featured offers, will be announced soon. For more information, check out readfreelyfest.com. Raquel, it's super exciting that this kind of event is coming to Columbia. I know personally I've been loving rom-coms lately, so hopefully I'll get to attend the fest and discover some new rom-com books that I can read.
Yeah, and I think it's definitely a good way to get into books because I know lately people have been trying to get into reading. I feel like rom-coms and those sort of books have been super popular all over social media, so to have this event and like have college students be able to go and find a new book should be really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all your entertainment news for tonight. After the break, Madelyn and Allie will return to finish up tonight's news. Stay with us.
Governor Henry McMaster urged Congress on Saturday to back $621 million in federal emergency relief for storm-related damage to SC's agriculture. The funding would provide additional resources for farmers and foresters impacted by Hurricane Helene. Farm and Forest Recovery Resource Fairs are scheduled for Friday, November 15th in Aiken, Thursday, November 21st in Greenville, and Friday, December 6th in Myrtle Beach. The resource days will offer information on available assistance and services from federal and local agencies. More information can be found at sc.gov. A Tennessee murder suspect's run ended in Columbia this weekend after a hospital employee recognized him and alerted police. Nicholas Wayne Hamlet is wanted for murder and identity theft in Tennessee. He was arrested Sunday after police confirmed his identity with a fingerprint scanner. The U.S. Marshals are now holding Hamlet in custody as he awaits return to Tennessee.
The holiday spirit has made it to Columbia. Last Monday, the South Carolina State House was greeted with its first cheerful visitor, a 35-foot Christmas tree. The tree came from Henderson Farms in North Carolina. The tree will be covered with 900 ornaments and over 1,300 lights. The Norway spruce will begin the decorating process from now until next Sunday. The 57th annual Governor's Carol Lighting Ceremony will take place at 6 p.m. on November 19th to officially ring in the jolliest time of year. Madelyn, I've already decorated for Christmas in my apartment. I know my roommates and I, November 1st, were ready. As soon as classes were done, the tree was up and garland everywhere. Have you done that yet?
Oh, absolutely. Our tree's already up before Thanksgiving, of course, so we're super excited. I think it definitely brings in more joy, and so I'm really excited.
I know that studies show, especially people that decorate early, they're happier for longer, and since we have a week off for Thanksgiving break this year, we would only really have a week with decorations. So into November, I'll be a fan from now on.
I'm already wrapping Christmas presents.
Oh, that sounds fun. I need to get on that now. That wraps up tonight's edition of Student News at 7.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at SGTV at USC.
To keep up with all of our content, be sure to also visit us online at sgtv@usc.com. For SGTV, I'm Allie Popielarczyk.
And I'm Madelyn Cooper. From all of us here at SGTV, have a great night, Carolina, forever to thee.